It's Wednesday, the 15th of October, 2025. Champions and intercessors, salute wherever you are watching us from. We are still watching what is happening as days are getting numbered for Gananda and Mnangagwa, and we are quite, very confident that the Lord will fulfill His promise and His word to the people of Zimbabwe. I hope you are doing great wherever you are, and let me just continue to salute and to thank you, especially for supporting the gospel of freedom, and of course being available to pray for the of Zimbabwe. We are standing and we know kuti zvinobuda chete zvinonaka chete hanzi izvo ndivanotora tichiona hanzi hakuna zuva risingasviki, hakuna langa elingafikiyo, lanxave ngazama bathini balwe bathini bame ngezinyawo kodwa still siyakwazi ukuthi ngelinye ilanga kuphela ilanga lakhona liyafika. Zuva rinosvika badza, hakuna zuva risingasviki. Zvingarwadza, zvingange zvanetesa, zvigodii, but one thing that we know is that that day shall come, especially after the Lord has spoken about it. There's no way that things can remain the same, right? Fine, family, we've seen the Boder Gezi youths yesterday, coming out to speak. And I remember a lot of other people were saying that what impact does it have? And we were trying to explain that there is quite a lot, a very severe impact that the coming out of these young people mean, because these young people have been the militia for ZANU-PF. They've been standing in defense of ZANU-PF. They were even ready to torture people and abduct and disappear people, beat up our elders just to defend ZANU-PF. And when you see them coming out and lambasting the so-called Second Republic, then it means that all hell has broken loose. That's what we were saying yesterday. And so on. But when you look at the response, you can see for yourself that they are really trying to stop this from happening. Mnangagwa uses partisan police to threaten Boder Gezi rebels, right? So we are now seeing the police coming into action to try and thwart this uprising from the ZANU-PF young, trained guys and girls. But looking at it right now, we are seeing that I don't think the threats that the police are making are really going to be of much help right now, because we need to look at the bigger picture. The fact that they just stood up to speak. One thing that we can be certain about is vafana ava vanangosumuka vega. Abantwana lava vazamba bazisukumele nje from nowhere, bazidecidela bona ukuthi hayi sifuna ukwenza so. Vane instruction, vakomana ava nevasikana vane instruction yavakapuwa by someone or some people that are very powerful. There's no way that these young people can just stand up against Mnangagwa and Gananda just like that without a backup. So they have a backup of very powerful people that promised them that nothing will happen to them. This is why we are seeing them coming out. And we know how these systems work. So looking at that, Mnangagwa coming out now to threaten is now actually rubbing, the constituents that these young people represent in a very, very wrong way. Zvinogona kutrigger imwe nyaya hombe, zvinogona kutrigger more tensions, and so on and so forth. Sikangeli into ukuthi Mnangagwa nxa sefuna ukulwisana labafana lamankazana laba abe-youth National Youth Service, kusho ukuthi impi ayisoziphelele kubafana laba izabe isiya phezulu ngoba abafana laba abazange baziphakamele kuphela. There is somebody or powerful or abantu aba-powerful who told them ukuthi stand up and defend. So it's really showing that the intrigue is really going to be more than that. What we have seen so far, right? So the partisan police of Mnangagwa, Maprisa, to be honest, Maprisa ndo one of the most dangerous groups that inadzo muZimbabwe medu. Amapolisa singathi iyo any group yabantu aba-dangerous elizweni lethu ngoba these people are so partisan. These are the most corrupted department by ZANU-PF, more than even the CIO, more than the police, more than the military. Police are the most bastardized grouping, and even even demonstrations, whatever, you find with the police, including CID Because if you look at my guys, abductions and so on, and so on, machinda CID, still law and order, they are under police. So when you look at it, you find kuti mapurisa ndo the greatest problem yatinayo mu Zimbabwe, and we will need to deal with that department once we win the war. We definitely need to look into that department, and I'm telling you, abaningi baza kuyalima imbambayila ekhaya straight, while abanye baba bengena ezitoxin. Ndiri kuti vamwe vavo vachapinda vachanorima mbambayila, vamwe vachaenda kuzvitokisi, because this what they are doing is really very, very, very disturbing to the flow of the process. Anzina simpiso link apostle link iripo pa video ipo pa patiri panapa live, link iripo just below pa description box, mkangodzika pasi pe video papa panda kazi description box under the title pane link iripo papa, ndo link ye WhatsApp channel yedu. So just go there and click there. Ndatogara ndaisa andine zvino ndakakutaura kuti malink ari dangerous kuaisa muma comment section, ndo mamwe anotukwadzira ma channel iwaya. So we need to minimize my links muma comment section. So that's why ndichiisa comment section box, I mean more description box. So just check it under the video there. You get it right. So let's let me just read for you a report that we have here pertaining this very issue of the police, and police hunt youth service graduates as tension mounts over Gaza protest call, right? So these are the young men that we saw yesterday, and it seems like the tensions are up the roof. Police on Tuesday said they said nearly a dozen National Youth Service graduates were persons of interest after they appeared in a viral video calling for the fall of Emmerson Mnangagwa's government amid rising tensions ahead of protests called for October 17 by war veteran Blessed Gaza. In a statement on Tuesday, National Police spokesperson Commissioner Paul Nyati said reference is made to a video that has gone viral on social media platforms in which some members of the Zimbabwe National Youth Service Graduates Association are engaged in an unsanctioned gathering. Just imagine, that's an unsanctioned gathering. Unsanctioned gathering. But they were not even more than 20. I mean, we don't know those that were behind the camera, but obviously they were not addressing a crowd. Going to a press conference of which they could have been just maybe just 7, 8, 9 or so journalists. Let's look, just look. These are the people. You see, chair and chair then the people that were there, my journalists and so on. Do you know the unsanctioned gathering here? This police is crazy. And the warning comes as Gaza, a former ZANU-PF Central Committee member and vocal critic of Mnangagwa, has urged citizens to join what he calls the Million Citizen March for Zimbabwe's future on Friday. The protest call has cast a shadow over ZANU-PF's annual conference in Mutare, which runs from October 13 to 18. In a video, a spokesman for the youth service graduates, flanked by 9 others, some wearing uniforms, said the 2017 military coup was meant to restore dignity of the black people, fight corruption, and stop those abusing President Robert Mugabe's powers for personal gain. Now, to our horror, the conditions that led to the military's 2017 Operation Restore Legacy have turned 20-fold. Have returned 20-fold as trained graduates of the youth service. We call upon Zimbabweans to join us in the fight corruption, the speaker said, right? So that's what he said. Basically, we know what he said, right? So what we are saying here is we do have a big problem, especially Nima Prisa. Ama Polisa are just a big problem to us, a problem that we will deal with. And we are going to tell them now. To know what our age no nguva ichiripo. Kuti nguva yekugeda kwameno ichasvika. Mbomanya zvine zvima button stick nemajombo akabhenda. But the time iri kuuya, and the time yacho kana yauya, kuchagedwa kwemameno, kuchamhanywa zviri legendary. Siyabachela nje katesa amapolisi kuti hayi lingagijima ngungamashambo kwenyu lezicathulo zenesigobileyo lezi. But what we are saying is khathi siyafika, and nxa sesifikile isikhathi vele asikhangela ubuso bomuntu. Anyone who has committed whatever that they've done in support of an evil regime, they are going to pay for it. And that is very true. We are not going to be, looking at who they are or where they come from. We will just make sure that justice happens. Because taneta nevanhu vasiri kuita vari kutadza kuona kuti nhamo yanetsa munyika. Nyika iri kutambudzika. Vanhu vari kutambura. Munhu anonzi muZimbabwe ndiye munhu anonzi ashupika. Kwete zvokutamba pasi rese muZimbabwe ndiye munhu ashupika. And kana tichiita vamwe vedu vanoda kupretenda as if havasi kuzviona kana kuti havasi kuda kunikira kucontribute to the revolution, isusu tiri kuvati vasiye, we will fight it our own way. Asi kana tahwina hondo yacho ndizvozvo. Nkuruma ngamaZimbabweans kuti umuntu othiwa ngumZimbabwe nguyu umuntu osehlupekile lapha emhlabeni lo. Ungakhuluma ngaphi emazweni wonke. Umuntu othiwa ngumZimbabwe umuntu osesuthekile. But what we are looking at is, we are looking at some people that are pretending as if they don't see what is happening. They don't see kuti nyika iri kuurawa takatarisa. Kune vanhu vari kuuraya nyika deliberately, vachitenga mahelicopter, vachitenga maprivate jets, asi majority of the people vachisuffer. And ndo nyaya tiri kutaura iyoyo kuti iva vada kupretenda as if havasi kuzviona, muchiramba muchidefenda zvakananda with your own sweat and blood. That is very, very unfortunate. And hatisi kuzovaregerera. Justice ichaitika munyika yedu. Vele isikati siyafika and asikachani sikasankona. And I wish bezwe ilizwe sibapayo namuhla ukuthi hey bantu khangelanini lapha esiyakhona, amalanga sephelile. These are the last kicks of a dying horse. Continue to support this evil regime, no problem, but time is very, very close, and definitely you are going to see what is going to be happening not far from now, but very, very soon. And Mama Ellen dai kwaitwa operation baba batamura kashi. All right. Yes, ndoba nguma operation alfa ukitika iwa sister S anze hokoyo imapurisa nezvigananda zvenyu. Yatoda kuona kuti zvigananda pazvinotiza zvichatora mapurisa here zvikuhaisa muma handbag nema suitcase zvichitiza nawo kuenda kuBelarus. Toda kuona because time is coming, right? Abraham says, since when have we had to apply for permission to do a presser? If they said they support ED, it wouldn't have mattered. Very true, very true. Just because they were up against ED. And pana somebody don't trust these youths. You remember yesterday, Pandaka complained about the problem. Don't trust these youths. What? Look at the response. Response you don't know those guys are genuine. Kuti Mnangagwa akatokwata, right? Nkuruva ngomuntu waizolo otena halinga trust ama youth lawa ngakamnangagwa ba play game. Kangela nini response yamapolisa iyalichengisa ukuthi hayi lo wasomdlalo lo. Umnangagwa hle wayeqa wabona ukuthi hayi sokunzima la. That's why sibona amapolisa esefuna ukuthatha action against those people. It shows ukuthi it's a genuine cause. And Mnangagwa is jittering in his bonds. And see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, then you qualify to be Zimbabwe. That's what they want us to do. But over our dead bodies. And because these demands, Hans Arkuitwa, Nana Kasukwere, before going to the conference, and they put out a document which I did not listen. Mbava Idzi supporting Mnangagwa. Tyson is up for you. Right, and I'm on a report, but I didn't get time to really read that letter. At times when I look at the font, font it's not neta, it's not words. So at times we just overlook. But I think I did see some kind of letter that was written. We'll get to it. Just Fambiranya Zacho, Sisi Jos. And Makadi Koma former chairman. Makadi Koma former chairman Esatiki. My former chairman are right. That's quite correct. As you're going to dark, we don't go chairman Chito Esatiki. But my former chairman are part of vakazoendesa mushonga wakaipa pa Madagascar, right? Ndobva vanosiya zango ravo paMadagascar, ndobva zvamhanyisisa mukuru wenyika. Hanzi ari kuDubai izvozvizvi mukuru wepaMadagascar. Pakaipa, right? Hanzi izvo shalom Apostle Chatufa and Change Chambers. How are you, my elder? Thank you so much. My sister Grace, Hanzi, greetings Apostle and Change Champions. Muri say. So this is what is happening. So we are actually looking at quite a lot that is happening, and we need to continue to stand and to pray, of course, for the nation. Tinoziva kuti nyika ndeyevaridzi, nyika ndeyezimbabwe, ilizwe ngelamazimbabweans. So ilizwe lesgananda must bite the dust, and this is the season. Let's keep watching and let's keep praying. Our God is always faithful, and we know that definitely it's going to be happening. As I do for how far mobilization ngeMarch, siyayibona siyayizwa nje ukuthi kuthiwa bayazamazama sibili amadoda on the ground ukuthi bamobilize abantu. Sizwe ukuthi kuthiwa bayahamba ama-flyers kuthiwa lawa ungani bayadistributor lapha lalapha. So we are just believing ukuthi things will keep going as accordingly, and no, we are there. We will continue to urge also from the air, right? And of course from our prayers, praying for the will of God to happen over the nation. And hello, Chatifa family, why is it on WhatsApp channel nothing is appearing? Or maybe mine there is a problem. No, I think I will need to talk to Jessica, our one of the admins, so that they can post something on the WhatsApp. Yes, no, I'm going to talk to. Yeah, I also opened today. I wanted to check and see if there is something posted, but I saw that there was nothing posted. But we will definitely start to post. I'll tell Sister Jessica to do that. And platform during this show, Sister Jessica. And post can there be something good group channel active. And then of course we are going to be just giving you some little updates of what may be happening during the day or something like that. Otherwise, this is what it is. Let's keep praying and believing our God for the freedom for Zimbabwe. And we know that God is faithful. Let's meet in the upcoming shows, quite a number of shows. And remember, Comrade Geza is also coming. It's like a show. Vashati join a tripa show. Today, Comrade Geza will join us tripa show. Saka show, discuss about it. And then you can have our own Tongo connector. Kawan. So it will start as a show was opinda, a different one. Usually it's no one so to tangira pa no tanga or you, but to tanga discuss before he comes, and then when he comes we'll just switch on to him. So that will be 8:30, 20:30 ichaonero wapa watch na Mnangagwa. You are blessed. Let's meet in the upcoming show. Shalom.